Governor Gavin Newsom announced in a press release on Monday that California's COVID-19 state of emergency will end on February 28, 2023. He said in a press release from his office, the timeline gives the healthcare system needed flexibility to handle any potential surge that may occur after the holidays in January and February. Secretary of the California Health and Human Services Agency, Dr. Mark Ghaly, added that the health system is prepared for the next phase. Most states have already ended their states of emergency, with many of the remaining having scheduled their emergencies to end this year. Stockton police have an update on the serial killer that took the life of 6 victims last week. Police arrested a suspect over the weekend. He has been identified as 43-year-old Wesley Brownlee. He is suspected of killing 6 people and wounding 1 other. Police believe the arrest prevented another killing. Investigators were led to his location by tips from the community. He was under surveillance and arrested while out driving on Saturday. Police say Brownlee was dressed in black, had a gun, and appeared to be out hunting for another victim when they took him into custody. The governor blocked the parole of a Charles Manson follower on Friday. He says the 74-year-old convict still poses a public safety risk.
On Friday, California Governor Gavin Newsom blocked the parole of Patricia Krenwinkel, a Charles Manson follower convicted of orchestrating notorious murders 5 decades ago. Newsom said Krenwinkel, now 74, is still too much of a public safety risk to be freed. The governor said Ms. Krenwinkel fully accepted Mr. Manson's racist, apocalyptical ideologies. She was not only a victim of Mr. Manson's abuse, she was also a significant contributor to the violence and tragedy that became the Manson family's legacy. Krenwinkel and other followers of Charles Manson terrorized the state in the late 1960s, committing crimes that Newsom said, quote, were among the most fear-inducing in California's history. She was convicted in the killing of pregnant actress Sharon Tate and 4 other people in 1969, scrawling the words "Helter Skelter" on a wall using one of the victims' blood. She helped kill grocery store owner Lino LaBianca and his wife the next night in what prosecutors say was Manson's attempt to start a race war. A 2-member parole panel for the first time in May recommended that Krenwinkel be released after she had previously been denied parole 14 times and imprisoned since 1971. Newsom agreed that she's been well behaved in prison and demonstrated effusive remorse, but, quote, her efforts have not sufficiently reduced her risk for future dangerousness. Krenwinkel was 19 when she met Manson at a party during a time when she said she felt lost and alone and was led to Manson by alcohol use and a non-supportive family while growing up. She said Manson, quote, seemed a bit bigger than life. One of the victim's sisters said, we all come from homes with problems and didn't decide to go out and brutally kill 7 strangers. Krenwinkel's next scheduled parole hearing is November 2023. David Lamb, NTD News, California.
The governor did not make an appearance for the president during his visit to the Golden State. Additionally, new data is out on how he's been receiving and spending his money.
President Joe Biden finished his trip to Southern California last week, and the governor was nowhere to be seen. While it is customary for governors to receive presidents during visits, especially from the same political party, Governor Gavin Newsom's office said he had a scheduling conflict. CalMatter reported the conflict was due to an event about Newsom's new kids' book about dyslexia. Additionally, according to the campaign finance report made to the Secretary of State, Newsom received almost $15 million in contributions, coming in second from January 2021 to mid-September this year. Only Larry Elder, one of the frontrunners during the recall effort, raised more money at just over $17 million. Newsom also spent over $18 million for that time period. The majority of that spending was with campaign strategy and media companies. Transparency USA additionally reports that Newsom has close to $58 million cash on hand.
A sheriff's office declared the death of a missing California teen as accidental. This comes almost a month after a body was found in a car submerged in a lake.
The Nevada County Sheriff's Office coroner declared that the death of the missing Northern California teenager Calif was an accident. Rodney was last seen on August 6, 2022, after reportedly attending a party with hundreds of youth near the Prosser family campground in Truckee, California. Authorities at first treated it as a potential abduction, but after Rodney's body was found in her car submerged in Prosser Lake on August 23rd, officials declared her death was the result of drowning.
A former Arizona Congresswoman will be the Grand Marshal for the 2023 Rose Parade in Pasadena, California. She is selected for her resilience after being shot over 10 years ago. The ceremony compared it to how people are recovering from pandemic lockdowns.
A profile in courage, resilience, and yes, turning the corner, it is my distinct honor to present to you our Grand Marshal for the 2023 Tournament of Roses, Gabby Giffords.
Gabby Giffords will serve as Grand Marshal of the 134th Rose Parade next year. The former Democratic Congresswoman from Arizona will ride down Colorado Boulevard in Pasadena on January 2nd.
Thank you, Amy. I'm so honored to be Grand Master of the Rose Parade. Thank you very, very much.
The parade's theme of turning the corner figuratively represents the world emerging from the COVID-19 pandemic. It literally represents the sweeping turn the floats and bands make from Orange Grove Boulevard onto Colorado Boulevard as part of their 5.5-mile route. Because January 1st falls on a Sunday next year, the parade and game will be held on Monday, in keeping with the Tournament of Roses tradition of never having the events on a Sunday. Giffords will be part of the coin flip for the 109th Rose Bowl game later that day, where two top college football teams from two different conferences will face off. 52-year-old Giffords was shot in the head in January 2011 outside a Tucson, Arizona grocery store during a public appearance. Because of the severe brain injury she suffered, she had to relearn how to walk and talk.
It can be so difficult. Losses hurt. Setbacks are hard, but I tell myself, move ahead. I'm finding joy in small things, ride my bike, playing the French horn, going to the gym, laughing with friends. The small things add up. We are living in challenging time, but we are up for the challenge.
Giffords is a gun safety advocate who received the Presidential Medal of Freedom earlier this year.